Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of our Double A Quarantine Show. My name is Adam. Adrian with me again today. And we've got Mike Baumann, Orioles minor league pitcher, prospect, of course, a big part of the Baysox run to the playoffs last season with us. Today, Big Mike is in the house. And, how are you feeling? How are you riding out these unusual times?
I'm hanging in there, anxious to get back. Just kind of, just trying to do what I can, and just kind of wait on a word here.
Now we're in Maryland. It's been raining quite a bit, so you're down in Florida. Tell us what the weather's been like and how you've been exercising during this time.
It's been beautiful down here. It makes it a lot easier. Being able to go outside compared to back home. I'm originally from Minnesota, so kind of staying out of the cold weather, the snow. So it's been a lot easier to be able to get outside. Workout wise, I've been lucky enough to have my off-season trainers garage. They kind of have a nice gym set up there, and then a local park nearby, and then another guy who plays in the Indians organization has a nice setup in his backyard where I can throw bullpens and whatnot.
That's great.
Wow, you're good to go. I'm trying to think, and Adrian knows this too, but my wife grew up in the town next to Mike's hometown. Is it Ramsey County? Is that what it is in Minnesota? Is that the county that your hometown is in? I can't remember.
Mine's in Washington County.
Washington County.
Yeah, but yeah,
probably 10 or 15 minutes away, right?
Yeah, if that.
What would you be doing? Now, my father-in-law loves his little boat, and he's been taking it out on the St. Croix River this week. So they're just starting to get going up there. But what would you be doing in this if you were at home right now?
I don't even know. I don't know what I'd be doing. Just kind of on lockdown with my mom. Maybe I don't know. I don't. There's not much baseball going on up there. So luckily, I have warm weather and some buddies at least in the area here.
Mike doesn't have, Adrian, you can tell he doesn't have the big accent. I mean, you wouldn't guess that he was from Minnesota.
No, I would not have put him as a Midwest.
Right. I mean, Mike, when I go to Minnesota and I'm around Christmas time every year and I'm around my wife's relatives for like a week straight, I have the Minnesota accent when I come back, for like a week or so. Did you once have it? Oh, don't you know?
We've got that frozen pose going for a second.
Oh, yeah, you betcha.
I think we lost Mike. It was frozen there for a second, or I was frozen for a second. Can you repeat your answer? There we go. We got you.
You got me here?
Yeah, we got you.
We got you now. Did you ever have
the
accent?
I think when I first moved down here, I had the accent because I'd hear a lot from my buddies. They'd give me a hard time, but I know for sure when I go home, it's definitely contagious. A lot of my buddies grew up playing hockey, and so they still hold on to it. And, I love hearing it.
So tell us about your experience being with the team last year, coming to the playoffs, and being a part of that team. What were some of your favorite memories last year and being a part of the Baysox history last year?
I think just coming to when I first came up to the team, they had already kind of started their winning streak and were getting really hot. So I think the most enjoyable part about that was just, getting inside that locker room and, it's like every day you're winning. It's fun to show up to the field every day. There's always music playing when you win. It's always a good time. So I think, I don't even remember how many series wins we had in a row, but
right.
Winning makes the game way more fun. So I think just being around the guys and the way they welcomed me to the team was probably the best experience I had being a part of it. Winning was contagious, and just showing up and being able to watch those guys perform every day was fun.
And Mike, you personally, obviously, we know from the incredible no-hitter, and obviously we're able to start in the playoffs for the Baysox as well. But you personally, you saw your fastball velocity really rise last year. There's been a lot of talk about all the different things that are going on in the Orioles organization, in the minor leagues, especially on the pitching side. What do you equate your growth as far as that physical nature and the ability to really put an extra 2, 3, 4 ticks on that fastball?
I think it all started from up top. They have a developmental plan, and trickles down to the coaches. Working with Kenny and Josh Conway every day. We were all on the same page. So really, just being able to hone in on what I needed to work at day in and day out, and fine tuning some things with my delivery. And I think that helped a lot, and it kind of showed throughout the season that some things just kind of clicked and sequenced up. So I think that helped the most.
Did it feel a little bit more natural? Was it a change of grip or a little tightness or just a little?
There's a few things, just mainly in just trying to use my body more efficiently and getting the most out of it.
So during the queue time, have you had any favorite TV shows, something on Netflix? What are you doing to keep yourself busy for fun?
I've started Sons of Anarchy, actually. So that's kind of been my escape from reality. So being able to, I'm a big Sons of Anarchy guy right now.
Okay.
I want to ask you about hockey a little bit more. We never talked about this last year. You had a prototypical defenseman body for a hockey player, being 6'5" or 6'6", whatever it is. Yeah, but it's so funny. We had a former Baysox named Oliver Drake from New England that's had a long major league career as a relief pitcher, and he's pitched almost everywhere, bouncing around the last 4 or 5 years in the bigs. And Drake wanted to be a hockey player and ended up having to go to a prep school year after high school just to kind of transition to try to showcase himself as a baseball player to Division I colleges. Drake was a guy that played against Jonathan Quick, won the Stanley Cup as a goalie in high school, and thought he was on that path. Did you ever play hockey, and did you ever see yourself possibly going that way, or was baseball always the focus?
Baseball was always the focus. I grew up playing basketball during the winters.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time I realized that I wanted to play hockey, it was a little too late, because you can't just pick it up there. Those guys are, they're skating year round since they were 3-4 years old. So, but that's probably one of my biggest regrets, was not playing hockey.
In the minor league system, traveling around, what has been one of your favorite stadiums and cities to visit?
One of my favorites was actually the first stadium I played when I was with Bowie. It was Hartford, playing at Hartford. That's probably the most beautiful stadium. You got seating, stadium seating all the way around the field. So that was probably the most beautiful stadium I played at.
Great.
It is changing, isn't it? I mean, you can almost tell the different eras. Like in the Eastern League, some of the older ballparks have a great feel to them, like Reading and Portland. There's a lot of ballparks that were built at the same time, like Bowie and Trenton from the 90s. But these new ballparks, are so different than the ballparks in the Orioles system, like Delmarva, Frederick, and Bowie, that were all built within a 5 or 10 year radius of each other. And this whole idea of the circular concourse all the way around and seats everywhere. Hartford feels like a small major league stadium, doesn't it?
Right. That's exactly what I thought too. I thought, getting into Double A, I was making sure I was in the right stadium at first. So,
So Mike, we like to do a quick questionnaire on you. We call it rapid fire. So I'm going to throw some questions, and Adam's going to get the timer going. We're going to just do this real quickly. All right,
okay.
And here we go. What is your favorite beverage, Coke or Pepsi, if you drink either soda?
Coke.
Coke. What is your favorite birthday cake?
Ice cream cake.
Favorite movie?
Remember the Titans.
And what did you want to be when you were 12? What was something you wanted to be when you grew up besides baseball?
Oh, besides baseball? Shoot. Can I say football? Can I say I want to be a football player?
Yeah, absolutely. And what would that football team be?
Minnesota Vikings.
Of course. If it's brunch time, what is your favorite brunch item?
French toast.
Skiing or surfing?
Skiing.
Favorite television show?
Shoot. Let's go with Flash.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite subject in school?
Math.
Very good. Thank you very much for playing.
Right
Yeah,
on the dot, 1 minute. How about
nice.
that? Mike, take us back to last year and one last time here, that no hitter. I mean, that I know for one night in your career has to be the highlight.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. You want me to talk about it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Man, that was a memorable night. Um, I remember starting out. I walked the first guy of the game, and then so I was thinking to myself, "Oh boy, here we go. Let's start focusing in, dialing in." So, and then I got out of the first inning there, quick couple outs, and then I just remember in between each inning having to go back out and trying to match the other pitcher because he was cruising, hadn't let up any hits through the first 4 or 5 innings. And then before I know it, it's like the sixth, seventh inning, and I start thinking to myself, like, oh, okay. I realize there's no hits up there. So I could kind of feel it in the dugout that guys, started to stay away from me a little more. They were kind of staying away from my side of the dugout. It was just kind of like a nice, feeling in the air. And, I think the best part about it was coming in after the eighth inning when it was like, okay, you got nothing to lose here. Let's just go out, keep attacking. Just kind of really enjoying the moment of like what could be, what could happen. So then going out for the ninth, it was just like all this adrenaline pumping, all these emotions building up. So once that last out hit, it just was an incredible feeling. But in
And
between that first and seventh, eighth inning, it was all blur.
you know what's amazing too, Mike, is that the guy you strike out to end the no hitter is Michael A. Taylor, and he finished his year playing in the World Series, winning the World Series with the Nats.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild, and it also shows you how close you are because when you get to Double A from Single A, in Frederick, you're not playing guys that are previously in the major leagues, and that's got to be a good feeling, and also maybe a frustrating feeling this year, knowing that got out to a really good start here to start 2020. The sky's the limit.
Yeah, who knows what could happen, but it was definitely a blast. It was pretty cool seeing, like Michael A. Taylor playing in the playoffs and just like knowing that, we faced them, and there's a couple of guys in the dugout too. I remember seeing Trace Pereira on TV,
Mm-hmm.
and there's some guys in the bullpen too. So it's fun to watch those guys, and because we play them throughout every affiliate at each level. So it was good to see them there at that big stage.
From the fan perspective and for kids growing up, when you talked about walking that first guy, when you get wrapped up in your head, is there a word? You look at the sky. What do you do to calm yourself and relieve that stress and get back into the game?
I just kind of have little mental cues like, positive talk, tell myself, all right, lock it in, here we go. I try to forget about what I just did and to move on, next pitch. So, you just kind of have to have a short memory and, you had to deal with, you gotta move on and deal with the next batter and try and not let it get to you.
And when fans or non-fans, other team, when they start bantering at you and throwing things, are you able to tune that out pretty good? Do you hear some of it?
I think I do a pretty good job of tuning it out. I don't hear too much. There might be a fan here and there that I'll hear, but I think I do a pretty good job of not letting it get to me.
Well, Mike, we hope that the quarantine's not getting to you. We hope you continue to do well down there in Florida, and hopefully we're seeing you playing baseball somewhere very soon here in 2020. We really appreciate you being with us today.